Peace. I'm actually in a pretty decent mood at this moment. Um, what if Trump is actually not a racist? What if he only does racist things? So, as far as my experience is concerned, there's two types of white people in this world. Peace. There's two types of white people in this world. There are the blatant racist, and there are the ones who don't know any better, and they do ignorant ass shit. They do insensitive stuff. Because one of my responses to white people who have questions is, not for nothing, we've both been lied to. People of color have been lied to, and white people have been lied to as well. What if Trump isn't an actual racist? What if he's not a conscious racist? What if his racism is inherent in his being? I know both types. They both exist. I need a timer on this, actually. Let me set a timer because I'm setting my time to 10 minutes. Pause. I think I got it right, but I'm not sure. What if Trump is just one of these white people who doesn't know when they're being racist? I guess my best example is my cousin has a best friend who white man, and there was a period of time where he felt he had the right, although he wasn't wrong, he felt he had the right to say the word nigga. And I would say to him, bro, you don't got that right. We are black people. Dominicans are black people. Blah, blah, blah. He would say that, no, Dominicans are Dominicans. Just a typical, misunderstanding of race being different from ethnicity and culture. And it came to a point where things got physical and I had to deal with him in a particular way. Whatever. I give him credit because it wasn't that long ago that he actually came to me and said, he says to me, I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember the conversation exactly, but ultimately he says to me, he said he was so inspired to prove me wrong that he did the knowledge and he came to the information, he saw the information that the history of the Dominican Republic, the history of the West Indies is there's a level of black to that history, and he apologized for countering my argument. And yet the point is, I'm getting to a point where I don't think Trump knows what he does. I don't think he understands certain things that he does that will make him look as a racist. Because just the other day with the Michael Cohen Oversight Committee hearings, Meadows, Congressman Meadows, he had that black lady stand up and he thought he was doing the right thing. I actually had a conversation about thinking you're doing the right thing, but in all actuality you're not. He may have thought he was doing the right thing, but he wasn't, because it took women of color in order to say, and point out the fact that what you did was racist. I'm not saying you're racist. I'm just saying that what you just did was suspect. And I do that with my children. I tell them I make the distinction. Your behavior is unbecoming. I'm not saying that you are, but your behavior right now is as such. You know, because not for nothing, I'm not a fan of this president. But at the same time, I cannot say that all of his um, all of his policies are wrong. I cannot say that. I can't agree with that. A lot of his policies are wrong. A lot of his um, perspective is wrong. But the implication of some of his policies are on point. And I believe this from before he was elected. So, um, I don't know. It's much more complicated than saying you have to accept the bad with the good or accept the good with the bad. It's much more complicated than that. But at the same time, it's crazy to say and crazy to think. He actually um, employed. What is the term? It's late. The point is, um, he started and employed. This is my cue. He's looked out. He's looked out. Prison reform. God damn it. Prison reform. He's employed um, legislation and policy reform with prison reform. Holy crap. We cannot deny that. Blacker than our blackest president in history. Again, two kinds of white people. The ones that are blatantly racist and the ones that don't know that they are being racist. It's a reality. We've both been lied to. White people and people of color have been lied to. So, with that, I say, unity. Even though I say I'm trying to cut myself off, or that groups should cut themselves off, I've never claimed that we cannot get along. Peace.